and Haas is here.
Yeah, he might be joining us too. All right, so good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have a very exciting conversation for us, and we have some amazing special guests who are joining us as well. So I'm here to just introduce them and get the conversation started. But we are very lucky to have here the founder and inventor of BLA Fit, Dr. Mariam Bakhtiari, licensed dentist and ortho specialist for over 28 years. Yeah, incredible stuff. So you have Dr. Mariam, and then we're also very lucky to have Azita Williams, marriage and family therapist.
Hello.
And L1 student, correct?
A law student? Yes, just finished my 1L.
Wow.
Prepping for the baby bar.
Congratulations,
Wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah, thank you.
So today we're going to be talking about, and we have also Dr. No, we don't. Okay, never mind. And so today we're going to be talking about embracing inner confidence and recognizing the roles of social media and kind of how we perceive ourselves and our body, beauty, and so much more. So thank you so much for being here today, and I'm so excited to get this going.
Thank you for having us here, Ryan. Would you want me to start?
Please do, yeah.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Dr. Mariam Bakhtiari. I think Ryan did a great introduction. Did you want me to say what's my belief in the world?
Yeah, thanks.
I think that today's social media and the effect on our confidence is not doing a positive impact, because in my belief, I don't know what Azita thinks, I feel like we're really forced, and our new generation kids are really forced to look certain way, and every part of social media you're clicking, you're seeing a standard of what beauty really means, and it's more outer body gratification. We're not really working on inner beauty,
Right.
and our beauty standards are becoming really upgraded to a lot of injections, a lot of expensive invasive products, and I feel like the new generation is kind of forced to look certain way. Our eyebrows, our lips, we all want to have bigger lips, we all want to have certain look to ourselves, and everybody wants to have behind their tush being bigger. We all have that standard of looking like certain social media icons.
Right.
And that's just taking us a little bit off road of center and self-love. I feel like we're actually looking at the teenagers that I see here in my practice, we're actually really hurting our self-confidence by constantly comparing. And that comparison is killing people psychologically. And my role in this space is that, because I see a lot of kids that I do their orthodontics, is that to provide a tool and education to let people know that there's ways you could self-care and self-love without going off balance. And that's where the Bella Lip Appliance invention came.
Right. Not only going off balance, but not going broke, not risking your health. All of these procedures come with side effects, right?
Yes.
And significant risks. And I remember when I was younger, it was like music videos, magazines, that's where you'd be inundated with these like unattainable images. But now I feel like the new generation, it's everywhere. Social media is everywhere, whether it be TikTok or Instagram or on movies, television, and I feel like there's no escaping. I made a commitment a long time ago. I turned off MTV, right? No more music videos, no more magazines. And that's how I was able to kind of like recapture my mind so that I didn't fall victim to some of these, unattainable standards and deadly standards. And that's why I love that you created the BLA, because I am into fitness. I am into maintaining muscle mass in my body, and the realization that, wow, there's muscles in my face, and there's something I can do that's really non-invasive, that's quick, that's easy, that can maintain the shape and the longevity of my face.
Yes.
Right? Without having to be poked and prodded and have to spend a fortune.
And look like somebody else.
Right, yes. Because I've had those kind of fillers where you wind up not looking like yourself for 6 months to a year, and then you just hope, it fades away, and you learn that lesson. You're like, I'm not gonna do that again. So definitely to look natural is naturally like the best natural you that you can look like.
I love that. I really like that. That's really powerful.
It is really powerful. What do you think about when you see clients in your practice? What do you think, what is the best force or education to be able to get like the 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 18-year-old to realize that the best beauty is being the best version of yourself. And we can't all look the same. We all have our own uniqueness, our own DNA, markers, and there's not two people the same in this world. How can we promote that? I mean, I feel like the social media is just taking them so much. The moment you talk to these kids in my practice, I always try to influence them. And I feel like the next day, they're back into their social media, they're back again into that cycle. And it's just like a constant education. It's constant. I mean, it's tiresome in some point of what do you think is a powerful tool? What do you think is gonna happen?
I think on multiple levels, like parents, for example, they're a strong driving force to how their kids think and feel, right? So if the mother or the father is heavy into plastic surgery or injections and fillers, then the child learns that kind of like quick, instantaneous fix. They learn that modeling. Celebrity influencers are huge because kids look up to their role models. They love celebrities, and they're constantly looking to see what are they doing, what are they buying, what are they wearing. And I think so if we can target celebrity influencers as well as parents, then the peer group itself will start to adopt it. And once kids see their friends doing things, then they'll pick it up as well.
That is powerful. Like what you're saying, if I understood right, is that celebrities, we got to work on celebrities.
Right. We need some influencers for the BLA. So some natural.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And then you think that if celebrities are more natural and against these treatment, if they become big and powerful in social media and talk about it, I just feel like we need more people that are famous to talk about self-beauty, self-care, self-love, and not stab ourselves mentally 24 hours trying to catch up with something that we're not.
Absolutely. Yeah, Dove, I love what Dove did, their natural beauty campaign, putting people of all shapes and colors. That was powerful to me, and that allowed children to see and young people to see that, that this standard is really not realistic. Like even these celebrity influencers don't live up to their standards.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of airbrushing, there's a lot of dyeing, there's a lot of lighting, there's a lot of makeup, a lot of contouring, a lot of Photoshop, right? So that it's very artificial, and bringing more light to the artificiality will help make it more realistic for youth that don't look like Lloyd. You know how many filters. I think that's why Snapchat became so popular, right? Because of all the filters, and then you can change your face. But you still have to see people live. And then that's where you lose that confidence. You don't, you only want to see people through FaceTime or chat, and you don't want to meet people because what you present naturally doesn't match up. And so I think the more people we can get to promote natural ways of beauty, to dispel this like myth, where no one has wrinkles, no one has lines, no one has cellulite, no one has any type of kind of problem or issue that they might want to resolve. I think that's where this comes in, and the focus on health and exercise, right? We cannot lose exercise, we cannot lose our muscle mass over time. And so although we're filling and injecting, that really is just like a patch that doesn't get to the root of the problem. And I think so much in today's society we do that. We treat symptoms and we don't solve problems. And I think that's why I really love the BLA. It's because it gets to the root of it. Make the muscles firmer, tighter, stronger. Your face will do the rest, and it'll last longer.
Yes, I agree. You said it so well. I just feel like the beauty, it's one part of it is exercise. Self-love, another part is nutrition, how we eat, what we put inside. The other part is meditation, our spiritual health. And we're not one dimension, and we're all fixated in one dimension. Are you hopeful for future?
I am. I think part of social media, the beauty of it is that more people can speak to each other, more people can become aware of certain issues. And I feel like if we can especially wrangle in some celebrities, some parent influencers, just kind of like just rear everybody onto a little bit of a different path. We don't have to completely get rid of everything that's there, but I believe that we do need to start to shift and take a pivot. into focusing more on natural means. Like you said, meditation. I love how the BLA is now linked to yoga and tapping into the breath and the movement, because that's powerful, you know, and all of the chemical endorphins that come once you align your breath in your body. You start to feel good, you start to look good, you start to move with more confidence, and it's all linked.
Yeah, so I'm glad that Azita brought this up, because for those of you that have belly lip appliance and have been trained by us, when you buy belly lip appliance, you get a 5 to 10 minute one-to-one with me or a certified team member to learn how to best use it. We also have yoga instructor, pelvic floor yoga, who, if you guys follow us at BLA Fit Instagram, we always use her, and she's one of our biggest advocate. That when you add the yoga to this, it takes the exercise, and remember, it's only 1 minute a day. It takes the exercise of facial exercise to a different level where it actually taps into parasympathetic nervous mode. And you just all of a sudden behind your desk doing computer work, you're stressed, you do that exercise for 5 repetitions, that means 30 seconds. And you right away can tap into parasympathetic once you add the breath to it. This is something that I didn't know until Sylvia trained all of us, and she's got multiple classes that all of you can, can you put the link of Sylvia? I mean, can you read what the Sylvia's link is?
It's pelvic_jaw_alignment.
Pelvic_jaw_alignment. She is like using belly lip appliance for meditation, for releasing her occiput pain, for back pain, for expanding your breath capacity. I mean, she's just exploring, and I'm taking her classes next Saturday, and I'm excited to go to her studio to learn more about how to use this thing that I created. But what I'm trying to say is, it's great that you have something that taps into a different power.
Right.
And then you feel good. I mean, for me, when I do it and I'm walking around, I just feel like I'm sexier. I just feel like I took care of my face rather than do things that I don't have to look like anybody else. I just feel like as a 54-year-old, I look my best because I work out my body, I work out my face, I eat well, I meditate, and that's all I can do. There's nothing else in my power. And I just have to age gracefully. We can't fight the aging process. But if we can prevent and elongate that process, what better way? And one thing about belly lip appliance is when you work out your facial muscles, what you said about endorphin kicking in, also you're increasing blood circulation to your face, which will create more collagen, which creates better circulation to your facial structure, where you have better skin tone. And that's what I realized. I mean, I don't know for a male using it, what is your input about it?
Yeah, so I mainly use it when I'm sitting at a desk and I've just been there for hours, and it's something that just kind of takes me away from this kind of zone where I'm just kind of stressed and overthinking. And tapping into that kind of parasympathetic mode is really nice for me because it gets me that oxygen, it gets me to tone my my jawline and remove a little bit of like excess fat wherever it may be on the face. And I think it's just so amazing to have in the car, you know, like in your nearest pocket, on your desk. For me, I keep it on my desk. And just having access to it is just so convenient and so user-friendly, I'd say, too, because you're really just able to just jump into it.
And Natalie, I remember when Natalie started working for us a few months ago, you had an experience with the belly lip appliance at the beginning when you didn't have much belief.
Yeah.
So you want to let our audience know?
I did. I was new to this. I didn't understand how we could even work out our facial muscles. My brother's a strength coach, and he taught me a lot about the body and like how to work out your body muscles, but this was often overlooked, our facial muscles. And one day I had a really bad headache, and I remember Dr. Murray was telling me about how belly lip appliance can help with headaches. I didn't understand how or why, I didn't see the connection, but when I actually experienced it and decided to use the BLA in the moment that I was experiencing the headache, I did it for about 3 minutes. I did a lot of breath work like how Sylvia was teaching, and I instantly felt this relief, and I felt a lot more relaxed, and it just felt like this, like my head felt so light, like there wasn't so much pressure in the temples of my head anymore. And it was just really surprising to see that such a little tool can be so powerful and can really just relieve so much tension.
Yes.
When oftentimes people rely on antibiotics or like pain
medication.
Yeah, pain medication to take away that pain, but then that also leads to other issues.
Side effects.
Exactly.
One thing about belly lip appliance that is very important is while you're working out your face, we train you as a TMJ specialist how to work out your jaw muscle so that it will work for you. If you have TMJ headaches, it will help alleviate some of that symptoms, and it works for you. A lot of products that are out there in the market, unfortunately, there's no thought process or clinical research behind it to know that when you put a big ball in your mouth, you may dislocate your jaw joint and actually get locked jaw or start clicking. And we're actually working our clenching muscle, and we're making the clenching muscle more rounded and bigger. And a lot of female don't like that. And I've had people ask me this question: if I have big clenching muscles, is this exercise going to make it worse? Because that's not what they want to do. What I want to let the audience know is what belly lip appliance does with the vertical exercise. If you guys look up our how to use on whether our website blafit.com or on our social media handle blafit, you will see that one of the exercises, which is a vertical exercise, it actually stretches the clenching muscle masseters. So people that have like bulky faces, it actually elongates those muscles. So you're stretching, so it balances it instead of bulking it. And you're lifting instead of like bulking. So it's a different, it's hard for me to explain it, but if you look at our before and after on our website, you'll see the difference. It's a very natural lifting and a natural, you look better, you look like you have better circulation, you look happier, and you look at our before and after, almost everybody before looks like they're clenched. All of us all day long clench. This unclenches you. This takes that power of your clenching and relaxes the clenching muscle, especially in the morning for those that wake up with headaches. And we train you. So that's part of the treatment, is to get a durable product that lasts you a few years, as well as a training and all the support you need from our team. Because this is like a tool, it almost is like a medical tool we're handing to you and teaching you how to use it to alleviate your headaches, lift your facial structure, and feel better about yourself in all different ways.
Right, it's amazing. And I think what I hear you saying though, with the vertical exercise, is that it's stretching, right? It's adding a stretch component.
Yeah.
And that's why I love yoga for the body as well as strength training, because when you enhance your muscles, you also need to elongate your muscles, right? So you have to build in that stretch component to have longevity. Otherwise you can tear, you can strain, you can pull.
And shorten. And when you shorten the muscles in the body, it pulls on, it does unnatural things. Like if you get your hamstring shortened with wrong exercises, then now you have your sciatica nerve impinged. With the jaw, the same way, when you shorten your masseters by using tools to clench your mouth, you're actually impinging your temporomandibular joint area, and you're creating headaches and lack of circulation to your brain. And this is stretch that adds to this resistant exercise. It actually alleviates and opens the circulation to the brain. And once you do it at the office, you all of a sudden have clarity, thought clarity, because you're now much more relaxed. You're tapping into an area of your body that's healing rather than in a fight and flight mode.
Yeah, absolutely. So Azita, one thing that you were talking about earlier was about this authenticity that social media oftentimes does not provide us, but is something that we can enhance on our own, just embracing our natural beauty, engaging in exercises like yoga and BLA Fit. So you're one of the early adopters of BLA Fit, and I'm kind of curious, how did it allow you to be your most authentic, beautiful, true self?
Well, it allowed me to save a lot of money on fillers and injections. It allowed my more, I look like myself, right? So I've been able to maintain my youth and my physical features, enhance them without losing Azita, and not transforming. We've seen those people walking on the street, right? That slowly but surely over time, with too many fillers and too much Botox, they stop looking like themselves. And so I think there's something very beautiful to authentically looking like Azita and how Azita has always looked, and like Dr. Miriam said, aging gracefully. And so I believe that's one way. I think the other way is that meditation time, right? That peace, that tranquility, tapping into your parasympathetic system, and really truly authentically being grateful, right?
Ah.
That I'm alive, that I have this breath, that I have this body. And tapping into gratitude and calm allows you to walk with that confidence, right? Because you get out of your head, you get out of others' images, others' ideals, and you start to tap into like your own true power.
Right. Excellent.
Wow, guys, we're very honored to have Azita Williams, licensed marriage and therapist today. She was one of the early adopters of BLA Fit. When we started talking about this, she was one of our first people that was interested and understood the concept. And I'm very grateful that you drove all the way to be here with us. And let's see if the audience has any questions before we.
No, it looks like we don't have any questions at the moment.
Good.
Okay, great. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Azita and Dr. Maria.
Do you have any closing advice to our audience?
Run, buy yours, get yours now. No, they're so cute. They were saying I was an early adopter. I was an early beggar. I was like, give me anything natural. I hate needles. I hate having to travel to doctors. And there's better things to spend your money on, right? Take a vacation instead, and take your BLA with you when you're on vacation so that you can make sure to work out your face.
By the way, this is not a paid advertisement.
No payment here.
I guess until next week.
Yes.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
This was powerful. Oh my God, did she talk?
You were a professional.
Oh my God.